that having all 4 bell haunts on Magic Online and having the additional moment of craving is probably wrong. We probably want hostage takers for those spots, or like maybe Crive Canariums. But since this is the version that I use to get to Mythic on Arena, I figured I would give it at least 1 league for the old stream on Moto as well. So yeah, let's see if we can hit some land drops and beat some folks. Could you guys? I wonder if you guys could hear me cracking my knuckles just then. Boom, 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 boom. I am so tired. This is going to be hideously played, probably. But we want a dash row. We have the correct arts. I've been basically not playing Constructed other than when we stream. I have played a ridiculous amount of Limited on Arena. I was really loving the triple guilds, even though I was very bad at it, and drafting versus bots is very different than humans, I imagine. Oh gosh. Well, this isn't good. My deck is definitely not really set up to beat control game on, as you see kind of the 4 removal spells in our hand. Go ahead and play this in case for some reason I want to use a Contempt. I do have the full 4 Chemist's Insights, but Jeskai Control, in my experience, has always been a little bit favored anyway, because they have the card Explosion, which is just really, really, really game-breaking. Another deadish card. They have a lot of deadish cards too. Nice logo dope. Congratulations. I don't have anywhere near that. I have about 11. Really wish Warden was instant. Do have 2 negates in my main deck though, so at least we've got that going for us. Neither of us seem to be drawing our card draw spells. We're both hitting our land drops. It's kind of a crazy game. We have 6 cards in our hand to deal with creatures. We missed the first land drop on top of that. Get rid of one of these cast downs. Hey, just bad luck. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate you watching. I apologize for my content not being particularly great the past couple of weeks. And kind of all over the board with what we're playing. I've been bad at doing my uploads on time. But we still here. Just had such a weird sleeping schedule and so many things going on around the home. It's been kind of awkward. Just not going to play anything ever. Technically, if we look at our libraries as live totals, we're 1 point ahead. What will you be discarding? Oh, you're going to cast something finally. What fun. I think I'm going to go ahead and let that... See if we can bait out an explosion. We did not. Guess that's the card they were probably going to discard for their turn or something. That might be the reason they cast it. I think we'll allow that one. I think it's better to allow it like that, and then Verasked at the end of the turn. Have a negate in their deck too, so if they counterspell this, we might be able to get our own Teferi down with a negate. Or we could just draw 2 lands and not come close to that. Alright, well I guess we're going to play a Teferi. Assume it's going to get counterspelled. Yeah, you got it. Really far behind. I'll go ahead and do this now because I don't want it to get explosioned. If we'd had a little bit more mana, we could have tried to do the thought erasure and everything. We did not, though. Our deck's definitely an anti-creature deck. We don't even have that much to bring in the sideboard. We have 2 Duresses and 1 Negate and 4 Fiefs. That's it. Actually a decent amount, I guess. Gotta leave our Contempts and our Mortifies in. Ooh, a Chemist's Insight. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna pass the turn here. They're gonna get 1 card for free. Then we're gonna see what we can do. That's what we plan on doing. Huh. They didn't buy it back. I guess it's because they're already discarding. Alright. Find us some kind of cool tool. Go ahead and let that go off the stack in case they decide to counterspell something. Theoretically, you should always float mana and just untap it in case. They have 9 cards. They have a bunch of counterspells. They could just counterspell it since they're going to be discarding, but they know our hand's super weak. But they know we're going to be drawing 2 cards either way, so like maybe it's not worth it. Hey, Anarif, what is up, friend? Hope you're having a good morning. don't play Warrant or Bell Hunt. Now, I'm pretty sold on Warrant being better than Karn. I know a lot of people disagree with that. Kai's reasonable too. I think Kai's a real card as well. But the main reason that I'm playing this build, like I said at the, I know you wasn't here, but like I said at the beginning of the stream, this is the 75 that I used to get Mythic, and the arena metagame's a little bit different than real life or MTGO, and I specifically just wanted to try this build here as opposed to arena to see how much different it was. But this was the build that I got Mythic with, was why I figured I would try it. Fighting, pricing more cards for the store. Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. So what did we draw? Well, it didn't pay a whole lot of attention. So there's a good chance whatever we do here is going to get explosioned. So like if I cast Fault Erasure, there's a good chance that they take my Teferi. Kai's definitely good versus mono blue, and it's also reasonable versus White Weenie and Red Deck Wins. Like it's a pretty decent card. Like I think that card gets a lot more hate than it deserves. I know in our personal group chat, like from my local area, when they read that card, they all called it terrible, and I'm just like, it's a 3-mana Planeswalker. It's gonna do something. Like it might not be Liliana the Veil, but it's definitely gonna do something. I don't really know what to do here. I kind of just want to play this. And just know it's going to get counterspelled. Okay, you got it. Oh, I gotta have my black mana untapped, don't I? I tapped too many of my black mana earlier, but doesn't really change anything. Explosion's kind of a deal breaker here. Why don't you like the Bell Haunts? The Bell Haunts have been insane versus White Weenie and Red Deck Wins for me. So they have Syncopate, Syncopate, Explosion, Absorb, and another Teferi. So I guess I'm supposed to take the Absorb and then just pass. Definitely don't think I play the Explosion right now. Oh, you're running Cry now. Interesting. What are they tapping 4 mana for? They're just going to Insight? We've saw their hand. So if they Insight, we know we get to kill Teferi. Alright, well, next turn is going to be an important test. We can start with the Fault Erasure too, and maybe bait out the Explosion. Guess I want to hide those. I've felt like the mono blue match was pretty decent myself. So we know they have another Teferi in their hand. And another Syncopate. Or two Syncopates. Like, I've liked this deck versus everything aggressive and not much anything else. Kinda want to use that there. Because if they use the Syncopate, they have to tap 5 and they can't play Teferi this turn. They're going to take this card anyway, so I messed that up. I should have left a black untapped. I'm just clicking spells at random, not really thinking. Alright, so we're going to get Teferi number 3 here, unless they also have a negate. Maybe the reason I was thinking about not making this play is because there's a chance that they syncopate the fault erasure now. I kind of wanted my fault erasure to resolve, which was the reason I was considering that. Or considering not doing that, rather. Like, I really want to get the other Teferi out of their hand. That actually might have been a misstep. I could have punted that. I'm probably not supposed to absorb there. I'm probably supposed to protect my fault erasure, because my fault erasure gets their third Teferi. Yeah, I'm just bad. I'm also somehow ahead on the clock, even though I'm not really playing and I'm just talking. Which kind of impresses me. No, I don't think they did. We had, they would have had to syncopate for, we had 4 untapped lands, so to absorb 7, they had to pay X's 8, they would have needed 9 mana. There's only one more Contempt in our deck, but there's 2 Teferis. So while this looks horrible, I don't think it's 100% over. It's just very likely over. Probably better just to save that for another turn. Oh, you think they did have 9 mana? I didn't count. Maybe they had 9. Maybe I was supposed to erase your last turn as well just because of the scry. I might as well look at their hand to try to get some information. I'd have to go back and look at it. Wow. They've got the full 4 Syncopates in their main deck? That's kind of wild. Yeah, should have fought erased last turn. So I'd have had 5 mana plus 2 negates here. That would have been enough to get their Teferi. Okay. Maybe they want ultimate for some reason. They ultimate, I'm going to scoop, and there's absolutely no reason for them not to ultimate. So I imagine they're going to ultimate. I don't want this either. Huh. I'm literally never casting that, am I? They might have some kind of Drake thing. We'll bring in the cast down. They're not, can't mulligan it. I've not been impressed by it either. We know they have 4 syncopates, but I want to try to cast my insight next turn if I draw a land. So I don't know when I would ever play Thief of Sanity past this turn. Okay. Can they play on 4 mana that I care about? I'm saying nothing. Well, that's not the land that I've always dreamed of. Guess I'm passing. No, don't counterspell our friend. They counterspelled our friend. How do we win without lands? Guess we just pass. And get buried. Well, at least they're missing lands too. Not really into trying to cast any of these things right now. Small explosion. Getting the explosion out of their hands great. I think that's one of the reasons that they have a small edge in game 1. What? What is this? Sure. Is that a term that I don't know what is? By the way, hello Skyraiser. I don't know what that means, so maybe I wasn't supposed to allow that. I have no idea what it means. Just your average dumb redneck here. Oh, it means Teferi? Okay. I'm not hip to the young people terms. Am I dead yet? Oh, I can only cast one counterspell, can't I? Stupid swamp. Somebody else said that too. Uh, just bad luck did. That's kind of cool. I appreciate it. Yeah, I keep really weird schedules. I just want to play all my things really bad. Yeah, I'm not big on being awake when the sun's up. That's for sure. But Dave wasn't streaming, so I had to do something. Oh, there's just a fairy, a Niv Mizzet, and a negate. I can take one of the things. Is it ever right to just take negate? I have answers. I don't have ways to beat counterspells. We'll take the negate. I think I have talked myself into taking the negate. That's probably just dumb, though. Probably just take Niv Mizzet. I wanted to take the negate. Goodbye, friends. You'll be missed. I don't like how I played either of these games. The Drew Niv Mizzet? That's what I get for taking a fodder using a fodder erasure on one. Well, this game's going significantly less places than I thought it was. Alright, well, I'm playing both of my things. They get to draw a card if I do the Teferi. So you get to draw no cards if I cast Teferi first. But the problem is I'd rather use the Contempt on the Niv Mizzet. Yes, that's right to do this first either way. Can I just uptick the Teferi here? I mean, we knew what the card was. Can't pay for a Syncopate either way, so I'm just going to get this on the table. And hope that they don't have it. Guess if I'm going to do this, I should do it during their upkeep. No, if I do it during their upkeep, that gives them a chance to hit like a Chemist's Insight or something and draw additional cards. And this is bad enough for me if they have a counterspell anyway, or if they draw a counterspell anyway. Just have to hope that they don't have it and or don't hit it. Could have tucked this and tried to kill this, but I think that's a game I lose more often. Basically, the Niv Mizzet scares me more. You know, two of the cards in their hand wasn't counterspells, or if they were counterspells, they didn't value Niv Mizzet. Which is pretty different than how I would have valued things. Deputy of Detention. Well, it's a good thing. It's kind of awkward to me. Maybe they protect things easier than I would think they would. I guess if they want to kill my Teferi, I'd let them kill my Teferi. Because it kills their Teferi. I mean, I think the Search is the more powerful card. Well, there was a decent chance they had a counterspell there, which is why I did it during their upkeep, to give me more mana on my following turn. Like, I could be wrong, but I feel like Search for Azcanta is basically the most powerful card they are. Aw, really? They hit another Teferi? Well, this game went from good to bad real quick. They probably had the Teferi in their hand. Was expecting me to minus. But I'm fine with letting them kill their own Teferi. I'm still in this game. This clearly gotten a lot harder now. Chemist's Inside would be a great draw. I'm running 4 for a reason. Definitely protect this if given the chance. Is this a giant syncopate? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have another counter spell. Things are going to be super bad. I actually think Search is strong enough that I'd be willing to kill my Teferi to get it again. I guess it's super easy for them to do when they have the third Teferi. Alright. I feel like I'm getting outdrawn, but their deck's probably better. If I hadn't scooped game 1, I think they would run out of time. It'll probably take them 5 more minutes to kill me game 1. Oh, I'm definitely going to cast it. Let's see if we can tuck theirs, I guess. Hopefully they don't have an explosion. This looks like an explosion. I'm not going to win a game that they have a giant explosion. So they go up to 9 cards. I'm pretty sure I can scoop now. I don't think there's any reason to continue to play this game. Oh well, I got clobbered. Who's the league leaders now? Oliver Hart? Wonder what Oliver's playing. Just here, IRL boom. See you, man. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Well, McNamara is playing a lot of things. Wilderness. Some mono green aggro. Rakdos midrange? Is that deck really good? Or are people just trying it? Never happened. Huh. That's interesting. Keep it. Hope they're not too aggressive. Well, they're not going to be too aggressive, at least. Alright, where's the aggro decks at? That's why we're playing this deck. I guess they can't play anything this turn that I care about. That I would negate. Don't care about the cast downs. Don't care about the Llanowar Elves. It's the Incubation Druid or the Wild Growth Walker. I guess I'm going to take the Wild Growth Walker. into my graveyard. Hopefully we'll find some lands now. Is that new? Yeah, it's new. It is in fact a land. Hey Spirit, what's up? Long time. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on top of their library. Gives them another kind of dead draw for the following turn. Daggers. Was hoping to get that Mortify hype going on there. Might as well. They can only deal 4 to it. We have a negate for a contempt or whatever. And then we can kill the druid next turn. Yeah, we can just press F6. We know they still have 2 cast downs. There's a decent chance that they're getting ready to scoop. Live crawfish. Wow. I've heard of that. I have never eaten that. What part of the country are you from? I didn't know that was a super common thing. Okay, they're done. Sultai boys. I like these versus Sultai boys. just wife knocking over her entire nightstand. Anyway, I think Warrant's really bad. I think you can always shave the moment of cravings as well. You can arguably take out like any random amount of removal spells you want. Like you can, where the hell's my? Oh, there they are. You like take out Mortifies. Some people take out Negate. I'm not super sold on taking out the Negate. I generally take out one Chemister's Insight. Good God. Keep this. We've made a love connection in chat. You guys may have played Magic with each other. Guess I'm gonna play this just cause there's. No, I should have. I don't know. Is So what was the word you used? What was the word you used? Is crayfish the same thing as a crawdad? I'm not actually sure. Oh. My old man catches those to use for bait when he fishes sometimes. I assume yours are a lot bigger. I don't really want them drawing cards and playing spells. What can they play on 4 mana that I care about? Nothing? Wasting this when they could be on the Carnage Tyrant version kind of sucks, but they missed a land drop. And I was hoping they wouldn't get to play anything cool. If they negate that, I don't really care. Just going to pass here and hold up our own negate. Ugh. Well, none of this is what we were wanting to see. Guess I'd rather play you. Oh, that's kind of cool. I could never speak a foreign language. I'm not bright enough. So they gave up and decided the Hydroid Crassus because the Search Ras can't put pressure on them. So they could contempt here. Oh, I thought there was a good chance they could have a negate on that. I don't think I ever want to put that in the graveyard. It costs me flipping my Search for Ascanta, but I think I'm down with that. Kind of just painting by numbers now. I'm not sure that we can lose from here. They do have a lot of really nice spells. I won't deny that. Problem is, I don't think I'm ever actually casting anything again. Guess this one bothers me the most. Sure, I'll keep another land. I've already ticked that up. Nintendo Power Challenge. Alright, well, blue, blue, white. Opponent's done. It's kind of weird. Opponent conceded while they still had a lot of good cards. That match is a lot harder if they draw discard spells and play Thief of Sanities and have cards like Plague Crafter and shoot, what's the other card I'm trying to think of? Carnage Tyrant, but I'm guessing they didn't have that stuff. Oh, hey George, sorry I missed you. I was too busy, like, basically being on autopilot. Well, since Sean has been in chat, I should probably open up my Facebook and see if correspondence has been had. It has been. Correspondence! Oh. What is this? It is a picture. Snap, keep, and hope they're an aggressive deck. How often do I Friday Night Magic, or how often are you talking to Spirit? Well, this is unfortunate. They have the best card in the deck and in the match. I don't have any cards that I care about. So that's fine. I don't care about Teferi at all right now. Way too early in the game for Teferi to be cared about. Only care about this little thing. Speaking of Teferi, this isn't good. Oh, I don't care about that at all. Sure, have at it. Not good. Not good. So we have, again, as usual, nothing right now. I missed a land drop, so maybe we'll get something. Nope. We have a negate now, which is nice, so. Can't tell if it's highlighted or not. My vision's too bad. Goodbye, Teferi, but at least we get to draw you back with our friend, the Chemist's Insight. Sure. Mortify was such a good pickup. That was ridiculous. That was just so very good. Up you go. Still a good chance that they'll have the contempt or whatever. Yeah, we have a lot of splitting in the top four of our Friday Night Magic as well. I do not love it. Cool. They're going to kill one of their own Teferis just to tuck our Teferi. I mean, obviously I don't love that, but it's better than what could happen here. card doesn't do a lot in this match, so enjoy. Kind of hoping they counterspelled, even though I knew it wasn't very likely that they would. They're really far ahead now. They have a Teferi, and they still have a Chemist's Insight, and they have 7 cards in hand of various, they could matter, they could not matter, who knows. We have 4 cards in our hand that we know do not matter. Alright, well, this game's over. I think we can concede pretty soon. Give ourselves a turn or two to draw Chemist's Insight. Like, maybe we can get lucky and get some kind of audacious spree of cards off the top of our deck. We can also play long enough to try to see if they have Chromium in their deck. This isn't going to resolve. Don't really care if it doesn't. So we'll save that till we want to try to resolve a spell. They've used 2 absorbs and 1 negate, so they still have probably half their counter spells left. Another anti-creature friend. They have Cry in the main deck, which means they probably don't have the other thing. Sky Tether? It's kind of interesting. I'd be willing to try that. That card intrigues me enough that I would really be willing to try it. Yeah, well, we have one more turn to try to draw something. They still have 2 Chemist's Insights. I would certainly be willing to try this card. It looks cool. Never thought about it. Well, let's try to look at your hand for information before we concede. Okay. Hey, had we hit, we'd have got there. They have an Ixalan's Binding in their deck. This is the second time. This is the second match in a row that if I'd cast my Fault Erasure just to get the Surveil, we would have actually hit the Surveil for the card. But I'm not sure that I'm supposed to just cast them randomly when I don't really want to resolve anything, so that's kind of weird. So those come in, these come in, this goes out, this goes out. Most of these go out. I would say all 4 of them go out, but I have no idea whether they have chromium or not. And whether they have chromium or not is kind of a big deal in terms of that card. You want my avatar to explode? Yeah, the graphics are definitely kind of cool on what am I trying to say? On Arena. There we go. I don't know what to cut. This is the making of a not well thought out sideboard plan. But like I said, my deck, I never really planned to beat control decks with it. Kind of just want to take a cast down, but if they jam turn 3 Thief, I'm going to probably cry. I don't think we can mulligan it even if it can't beat a Thief. Missing those land drops game 1 really hurt. Oh, they don't have a Thief. I guess we take... Oh, they do have a Thief. Sorry, it was in the other pile. But we're dead this game. We basically lose 100%. If we don't hit an answer, that is. So they drew a Glacial Fortress. We got best card down. So that's nice at least. To the graveyard you go. Don't know if they drew counter spells or not. Not going to give them a chance. It's hard to know without knowing your actual meta. I've had problems with the Gruul aggro deck into Sultai, but I think it's really good versus like White Weenie, Red, and Mono Blue and stuff. Yeah, that's definitely going to go to the graveyard as well. I think it's correct to do this now. Like, maybe we'll hit that last duress. We did not. Yeah, well, Gruul aggro's pretty good as that. Yep, George, it's supposed to be. Ooh, they didn't hit the land, but they did hit a Mortify. Let's dismiss all of that first. So what do you have? You have a Cast Down, a Teferi, and a Thief of Sanity? I don't know which one of those cards is more beatable. Wow. This is a hard choice. They don't have the land for Teferi. If I take the Thief of Sanity, they can play Teferi, Tick Up, and Cast Down. If I take the Teferi, they can only play one of the other two. I guess leaving them with the Thief of Sanity is best. Maybe I'm not just not supposed to play mine then. Maybe I'm supposed to wait till I can protect it since they don't have lands. Yeah, all these cards with the weird colors look really odd. Alright, don't kill our friend, the Thief of Sanity. Don't sky tether our Thief of Sanity. Draw a negate. 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 Boo. This isn't a negate. This is a Vraska's Contempt. It was there. I hate you, deck. You bastard deck. And we're back to square one. I guess I'm going to keep that. A, bluffs a counterspell, and B, it gives us something to discard to a Chemister's Insight. If we draw another one of our four. Was that from their hand or their graveyard? Damn it! They drew double the Chemister's Insights as we did. We're running 4 too. And now the game's over. Can't beat a flipped Ascanta. I think we're just going to scoop and go on. Oh yeah, definitely scooping and going on. Can't beat a flipped Ascanta. I think there's a chance that I played the Jeskai match wrong. Like I would have to go back and look at one particular turn. But I don't know if those games were winnable. I'm trying to get up to that one confusing turn. Uh, so this was the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I punted this turn. I should not have cast this Absorb. Yep. So I cast this Absorb. I get myself syncopated, and they get left with a Teferi in hand that we know about. Alright, figured it out. Yeah, I definitely think that game was winnable had I not done that. In fact, I think we were probably a favorite. Why is Ricky messaging me? Oh, thanks, Ricky. Yeah, it starts. It's supposed to start at 7 p.m. tonight. Yeah, let's see if we can win the next two. Hey, Pergo Sludge? Pergo Sludge? I'm gonna pretend that's how you pronounce your name. Thanks for following. This is a keep. And we're gonna hope we hit our black mana and that this is an aggressive deck. And it's just not. What's been up with these decks today? This is not the mono blue meta I've been promised. This is the control deck meta that I can't beat. A negate or an absorb? I guess I'll take the negate. I don't even want that. Did the metagame change and I not know about it? By the way, you like how I took the one that's double blue? Or sorry. So these are the 4 cards in their hand. We don't know about any of them. And we have nothing. I hate you, Local Dope. I want to get paired versus Mono Blue very bad. Because I believe my build of the deck only beats like Drake, Mono Blue, White Weenie, and Red. Don't care if they counterspell it, obviously. A very good chance that other than lands, their hand's stacked. I might as well counterspell it and make them use their counterspell. I have no cards in my hand that are relevant. Take care, Sky. Like, I legitimately don't have a card in my hand. The Mortifies can technically kill Search Rascanthus, but besides that, I literally don't have a card in my hand. Hey, we can cast a card. Hmm. You know, they have an Absorb and they didn't try to protect that. I consider that the best card in the match by a pretty wide margin, so that's kind of surprising to me. Guess they were afraid of what I would tap out and play, but Yes, we're drawing our insights now. I guess I'm going to discard this Cow's Wrath. Actually, discarding the Cow's Wrath was wrong. They could have Chromium. I guess a card that gets played. So we'll save this one and get rid of the warrant now. That was a main phase. Get rid of our cast down. We have to discard some cards this turn. Unless we draw some fault erasures, which is what I'm trying to draw. So we went up to 9 cards. I think I'm just going to cast one. I'm not going to protect it if they try to counterspell it. Like, we already know they have the Vraska's Contempt anyway. I want all the cards in my hand. There's 7 cards behind on the clock. 5 cards behind on the clock. Yeah, Mono Blue's ridiculously cheap. Ooh, we can cast this. I don't really want to cast it right now, but we can. It's better than discarding it, and I don't want to get rid of anything we have. There's a chance I should have tried to protect that. But they're behind on counterspells. I don't want them to catch up on counterspells. We've used no counterspells this game, so we have all of ours. They have maybe half of theirs. Teferi will not protect us from a counterspell either. That's 3 of our Teferis gone. And we know the last one's near the bottom of our deck. So this is going to be a very hard game to win. Never mind. This game's going to be easy to win now. He'd take a counterspell with it anyway, so there's no reason not to cast a counterspell. Say he, but I mean they. That resolves. Stop on opponent's turn. Instead of using our counterspells to try to kill his Teferi, we're going to try to use our contempts to kill his Teferi. Tap a black mana? Definitely tapped what I thought was black mana. 4 Crackling Drakes and 4 Bedevil. That is definitely greedy. Alright, you got it again, friend. Again, he would take a counter, or they would take a counter spell, so there's no reason not to protect that. So this turn we can use a Chemister's Insight. Hopefully they don't draw too many more fault erasures. They've gone through 3. Nice. What just happened? Apparently there was some kind of ban from my bot. I don't know what it was. I apologize if it was wrong. What is this? Yeah. Gonna hard pass on clicking anything. I'm sorry. I guess I'll unban you. Though I assume you're a bot. But just in case you're not, I will unban. Now I'm confused with what I was doing. Oh yeah. I was casting a fault erasure off the actual correct mana. So they have nothing. Don't want you. I assume, I'm almost positive that it was spam, but just in case it wasn't, I went ahead and unhoodooed them. I just realized I killed myself. Potentially. Oh wow, I'm so bad. I'm so bad. Scrying that card to the bottom killed me. Or scrying that card, or surveilling that card killed me, rather. Oh, frustrated. Much tilt. Can't believe I died to a surveil because I wasn't paying attention. This is going to be the worst way to die ever. Maybe we'll draw the other one. We know this dies to the rando mortify they have. Can't believe that. This game was over. We couldn't lose. And now we're dead. I will not put that in my graveyard, but I will flip that. Bedevil's a powerful card, that's for sure. How many fault erasures have I used? I have one more fault erasure. There's a miracle I can get out of this. So I don't actually want any of these cards. I'm just trying to order them in a particular manner. So we know we draw the fault erasure now when I use this Ascanta. We're also not going to take this negate, which we knew was going to be there because we know our deck list. So we know the next card we draw is Teferi. Oh, sorry, I just want to put that in the graveyard. This Teferi is the only way we have to win this game. Right now, we only need one successful activation. That resolves. So how many Teferis have they gone through? They have 3 there, they have none there, so they also have one more Teferi. We know what these cards are. You can have that. Alright, so that's your Teferi. We can try to counterspell this Teferi. So what's our deck list? All 3 of our Contempts are gone. So we have to try to negate it. I'm significantly behind on clock right now. So wait, what just happened? I'm confused. Okay, there it is. So now we know that not this card, but the next card is a negate. I'll have another Contempt. Put that on top. This kind of sucks. Yeah, we can't win anymore. This game's over. We have no out. They still have their last Contempt in the deck. Well, we could try to get lucky then. So we know we have this. We know they're going to use this contempt. We're going to use this to get the negate. Put those in any order, we don't care. Negate. That goes back in. White, black, kill that. Set a stop on our turn. So they go down to 4 here. They just play a land? Alright, so they're playing a land suite. So during our upkeep, we're going to use this. We're going to fail to find. And we're going to put so we want this to be on the bottom, then this to go underneath it because we want to draw to the fairy this turn. And we win. Nice. Unless I miscounted the number of Teferis they have. Okay, don't care. I could have miscounted the number of Teferis. Alright. Well, that was a pretty cool game. Felt like I got really lucky there because I do not feel like I played that well. But I knew, I recognized what my error was, and I knew what my game plan was the entire time. So the error I made was really, what am I trying to say? The error I made was really bad, but I don't think it's an error that I always make. I don't know what the last card to take out is. Oh shoot, I shouldn't press F6. Sometimes they give you to play. So they chose to play. Our hand's atrocious. I don't think we can keep that. Now, this hand's much better, even though we don't have blue. We now have blue. Definitely feel like I got pretty lucky there. Alright, well, they have best card. Let's see if we can get a pretty Thief of Sanity. Precog to Fairy Absorb. I don't know how we beat this card really, but I guess we're going to start with this. Also going to speed up this game because I feel like there's a good chance that there's going to be a game 3. They kept this card. They hit a chemisters and a precog before we found one of our 4 chemisters. That's... I thought we were already going to lose, but I feel like that's just a death knell. Maybe there's some world where they don't play their lands, but... which is how we got back in game 1, or how we were able to win game 1. They missed a bunch of lands, even though they were drawing more cards than us at the start. Or maybe I'm thinking of last round. Not sure this card's beatable. In fact, I almost feel like we can just scoop to it and save all 11 minutes to focus on game 3. Yeah, sure. It's fine. So this is the second time they've scryed. Oh, they're insiding. Guess they want lands. But they're basically 29 cards deep, so there's 16 cards deeper in their deck than us right now, and that's before they surveil and draw, so now they're 18 cards deeper in their deck. Yeah, somehow we've played more lands. Or as many lands. That's pretty wild. They did discard 3, though. They were discarding 3 back when they were missing land drops, which was kind of weird. Maybe we can leverage a game state somehow just to exile all their Teferis? Well, you're going to take this anyway, so I guess I'm supposed to counter it. I'm going to go ahead and scoop next turn. Unless we somehow miracle get our Teferi in play, but... even if we get it in play, we know they have a contempt. Alright. So the writing's on the wall for that one. Just gonna run it back. I got a whisper from the person that unblocked with the exact same text that they put up here. So now at this point, I just think they are a bot, which I already thought, but like it's like more confirmed in my mind. Alright, this sounds good. We can get crushed by a Thief of Sanity, but it's still good. Well, we're snap taking the Thief of Sanity since we can't beat it. I'm actually going to keep this negate and hope that they don't top deck a Thief of Sanity. Did they just play Hallowed Fountain? Is it this one? What is this one? They top decked it. They top decked Glacial Fortress into Thief of Sanity. That's a slap in the face. Alright, well, I don't need this counterspelled now, so. That's really a dagger. I'm annoyed about that. I have 7 answers to the thief, and we pulled 1 out of their hand, and we have the 4 that can block. But we're probably just dead now. They didn't take a Teferi, which means they got either a counter spell, a discard spell, or another thief. All things that we're not likely to win versus. Maybe we'll draw our cast down. We could win a counterspell war for a cast down right now. Ugh. Yeah, we have no chance. Again, I don't want this to be counterspelled. Well, we got all the answers we needed. We just got them 2 turns too late in every situation. That's my search for Ascanta that they got as well. Oh, they shocked. That's not a good sign for me. So I'm playing this one and going to their turn. Let's see what they do. Search for Ascanta style first. Then I'm going to try to use this one. Because if somehow we resolve this, I want the Mortify for this. And we know they have an Absorb as well. These are all cards we've saw. Well, maybe we'll get lucky and top deck exactly cast down. Oh, they found Air Duress? What a dagger, because we had this Mortify. Well, we lose. Playing that land probably wasn't right. well, let's see a miracle. No, I guess I'm fine playing the land. So another one of our Teferi's gone. That's our Fief of Sanity. There's nothing we can do about it. We know they have a Contempt in their hand. So we know if we can draw something with these draws, it'll resolve, but... But we didn't get anything. Alright, GG. 1-3. Lost all 3 control decks. I think we punted one game, but... I think we punted a game in this round. But that sucks. Oh well. I already got my 4. I kind of liked them. But anyway, thank you everybody for stopping by. Highly appreciate it. And I'm going to hop out of here. Take care everybody. And thank you for the new follow. Thank you for the bot that spammed us. And thank you for the first time live viewers. It was nice to see you all. Take care everyone.